Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
And inside is moderately adequate.
It's Christmas in July. Narf.
Let's review.
Let's review.
Oh, let's review, Pinky.
Season 2, Brain. Narf.
Bomb. All right. Yeah. All right, BlueDragonFive. We're kind of trying to get back into the swing of things now, and I think this was a good one. I think we're kind of 2 in a row now. This was a really good choice. Tonight we're reviewing a very, very simply titled "A Pinky in the Brain Christmas." Yeah. I believe this was kind of like we kind of just mutually agreed on this one. I don't think really one person picked it over the other.
Yeah, I can't. But I mean, it was in my mind, but again, we unanimously thought it was a good idea. So yeah.
Certainly, and of course, I think this is especially noteworthy because it is the first Amblin produced cartoon that we will be talking about on our Christmas in July lineups. For some reason, it kind of went over our heads last Christmas in July. So.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Again, I thought of, again, when we both kind of determined this, it was like, man, are you sure we didn't do that one? Or should we?
Wait, actually, no, I'm sorry. That's not technically true because we did Batman the Animated Series.
Well, it's technically Amblin, but I guess, yeah, you're right.
It's technically, but it's not Animaniacs or Tiny Toons.
That's the thing. I would say we could do Freakazoid. Freakazoid is only the short thing which we talked about in our big old Freakazoid discussion. So again, really, it's why I guess we put this off to season 2, maybe.
Right. Do you remember Wacko's Wish? That definitely stands out to me.
It's not exactly a Christmas one. Is it? I don't know. It was like it said in winter. I'm not sure if it was Christmas.
It was definitely winter. Yeah, I remember that much, and it focused on, of course, the concept of miracles and everything. Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to go back and see.
It's like a wishing.
Of course, that was more a TV movie, right?
Yeah. So again, it was a little bit out of our depth on that one.
Yeah, I think we could still do it one of these.
I really don't think it's Christmas related, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, and then of course I think Tiny Toons had one.
I'm sure, but we got room to grow in the future. We got room to grow.
We do, and I think this was a very good choice for our first, Amblin comedy
this
special.
Is a great one.
Oh yes, absolutely. I think this episode really, definitely, like for most of it, pulled off the silly quite well. A lot of Bill Clinton jokes in there and everything like that. A ridiculous pilot that we'll get into. But then, you said that this was kind of a heart tugger, and I was like, really? Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, in the last 5 minutes or so, it really proves to be, So I guess without further ado, let's get into it. This one's, it's really fun.
Sure. Everyone knows the premise of Pinky and the Brain of 2 lab rats. One's an idiot, one's a genius that sounds a lot like Orson Welles, and he wants to rule the world, always gets foiled in the end. That's the premise of Pinky and the Brain. It's a wonderful show, wonderful concept spun off Animaniacs. That's it in a nutshell. So, do a Christmas special. Let's get into it.
Okay, so we start with
a Christmas version of the opening.
Oh, yeah, so yes. And there's just snow within the Acme Labs, which I thought was funny. It's snowing inside.
Pretty much, it's the opening with again the Animaniacs writers and the writers and then the lyricists. I believe the writers do a lot of the writing for the lyrics, but sometimes it's like Rich Williams or not Rich Williams. Sorry, I'm someone else. Rich Stone. I think. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Sometimes they come up with the lyrics. I forget how the breakdown is for that. Sometimes it's Tom Ruger, sometimes it's Stone, but. They change up the lyrics now and again, the clever guys that they are. And they made it all Christmas themed, put like a few Christmassy lines in the song with some sleigh bells and some snow and it looked good. And I love just rewatching the opening after a long while. I love the little thing where they have like an x-ray of Pinky and Brain's head.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And you see the Brain has cogs in his head and Pinky has a peanut for a brain.
Right.
So I always love that.
Oh, my favorite bit of the lyrics is they'll control the earth and bring joy to the world.
And bring joy to the world.
Which actually, when you think about it, is kind of foreshadowing to what actually happens.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, just overall, as with any of the Amblin shows, really, but especially with this show. Music's great, absolutely fantastic.
Of course,
Especially the opening song is so
absolutely.
freaking catchy. I mean, come on. They're Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. Okay.
And
So,
even just the running background music in this is really good. Just kind of how the I have notes on how the orchestra score cuts to commercial at really good times. Anyways,
I'll never replace Freakazoid in my heart, but it's a close second, you know? So let's see. So
okay.
we're in Acme Labs.
Mm-hmm. There's a snowman outside, which is kind of a Christmas trope.
Yeah, we got a holiday exterior with snowman. So what other Christmas trope do we have going on the inside of Acme Labs?
Well, Pinky, after he sings a cheerful rendition of "Deck the Halls," he bangs his head into while he slides down. He looks at his reflection in an ornament, and then he grabs a pencil, starts banging his head with it for some reason.
Well, you know, he's
and
like
then
decorating. He's decorating that gets him down there, and he's grabbing a pencil to do something.
And then starts writing his letter to Santa. Oh yes.
And Brain can't hear himself ponder, which I just had a line out of context that was funny. Pinky, I can't hear myself ponder.
And of course, the letter to Santa trope is something that dates all the way back to Charlie Brown, if not before then.
And something the Muppets butchered so sadly in their one Christmas special.
My favorite part of this, of course, is Pinky spelling out "narf" on the letter.
Narf is just one of the perfect original phrases for the Amblin universe, you know?
And you can see it, like, it cracks me up how clearly you can see it spelled out on the paper.
Yep. So Pinky is writing his list of Santa, and I just love how it starts. Hello, haha, Narf.
Right.
So basically, in a nutshell, Brain's plan here is he sets up a mind control doll, and he's got a little setup for basically activating a little mind control setting. He tests it out. He tests it out on Pinky, and he gives Pinky a few commands to test out if the mind control is really working. Cluck like a chicken. Moo. You know, I gotta tell you, the moo gag will always be kind of funny. You know, even in every time I've ever seen someone try the moo gag, it's always kind of been funny.
Mm.
Like, Cleveland Show has a fantastic iteration of the moo gag. Or Cleveland Jr., he gets scared and he randomly moos when he's moo, moo, stop moving, you fool, because they're in a slaughterhouse and they think because he's fat, they think he's a cow for some reason. Anyway, so he goes, moo, moo, and stop moving, you fool, but I moo when I get scared.
All right.
So
then the brain asks Pinky to impersonate William F. Buckley.
Which I laughed so hard at, because remember in Aladdin they even did a William F. Buckley gag.
No, it's play William F. Buckley, because that went over my head as much as it did Pinky's.
Also, remember the hot sand gag also cracked me up. Just,
right.
act like you're standing in hot sand. Ah! Ah! Okay, that's enough. Oh, wait. And then I just love the reactions. Like, so after William F. Buckley and Pinky just stand there like, what? And then just after a moment, he says, Regis Philbin. Says,
I'm out of control!
This guy's a nutbar. This guy's a nutbar. Okay, so success.
Are you rushing or are you dragging? All right.
So after
to bring that back, right?
So it's a success. It's success, experience success. So basically, what is this little mind control device called, Tiki?
It is called the Noodle Noggin.
Which I think is a brilliant name. It's not as good as Tubaphone, but it's pretty funny.
Oh, God. Nothing will beat Tubaphone.
Seriously, if the brain just manufactured Tubaphones, he just, first of all, make a whole lot of money. But then, like, again, folks, that's Tubaphone. T-U-B. No, I'm kidding. But, no, seriously, they make a little killing with the Tubaphones. That is an awesome design for a toy. Okay, so the new noggin. Here's the new plan. Here's the plan this time for world domination. Okay, it's around Christmas time, so before he's saying, well, what's the new plan, Brain? And he says, well, remember around Christmas time you always come up with a plan like this and always fails, essentially. So we see like a montage of, for a moment I got a thought for a second, wait, is this a flashback to previous episodes? I don't think it is, but it's
I don't think so. I was kind of thinking the same thing, though. Of course, Brain as Santa cracked me the hell up.
And again, I love another trope here of like a fill-in Santa Claus of like
Right. It just gets randomly thrown in there.
And then basically a large child. Again, he's a mouse, so a child sits on his lap, but there's no lap, so Brain gets crushed because there's a little size discrepancy there.
I didn't really get the other one as much. I felt like it was kind of a bizarre situation.
I thought that's the thing. It was just so bizarre. It was kind of funny.
Right. They marketed popular toys, and they end up in a monster. I thought that one was a little less connected.
Well, that gag is like it's paired like the Garfield toys, like
sure.
Yeah. That's all. And there's monster trucks.
I just didn't really get how they ended up in the monster truck arena. Is all I'm saying. But I guess that's the gag. Is that's all out of context.
Yeah, and I love this is with those two right off the bat. This is like Pinky has fond. This is important for our ultimate arc of the episode. So Pinky has just fond memories of these Christmases that have just gone terribly wrong, and then I love this. And Pinky then brings up, you remember that one Bethlehem, and then Brain just cuts him off because they don't even want to remember that one because it's it's political and religious.
Okay, was that an episode?
No, I don't think so. Again, I don't think any of these are episode references.
All right, I do remember one episode where they went back and they tried to change. They tried to put an 11th commandment, like "Thou shalt follow Brain's commands" or something like that. I think
that's a little different than the whole Bethlehem.
Yeah, it is. All right.
Okay, so here's the new plan. So the plan this Christmas, as the Brain wonderfully goes into, basically it's actually a clever plan. Put a toy in every home and broadcast a signal within a microchip that is within the toy, hence the mind control thing, and basically so Brain can control them from the lab.
And Pinky thinks his hypnotic plan is to have everyone impersonate Regis. Oh, it would be chaos.
Which is hilarious.
Oh, I would love to see that happen.
But there's one problem, and I love this realistic problem, by the way. So one problem. For you and I to make $1 billion, it'd take 137 years. Oh man, we'd be
37.
Will you stop with the 37?
I will never stop with the 37.
It's not even just 37. It's 137.
37.
137
in a row.
So.
Thank you, Kevin Smith.
So it's that many years.
You forever hated the 37 number.
Point is, a lot of years, and then Pinky says, "Oh, we'd be really old." And I love how Brain just kind of indulges him in the thought for a moment, saying, "Yes, we'd be 139."
Ah, there you go. They're 2 years old.
So let's see.
That's one mystery solved, I guess.
Yep. So let's see. So they need a workforce. As the Brain says, okay, what do we need? We need a workforce. And they go to the wanted, and Pinky just goes to the wanted ads, which I think is just funny. Well, wait, you need a workforce. Where are you going to find them? Want ads. And then basically they find like elves wanted. So then Brain gets an idea. Okay, we're going to apply to the North Pole. And I love this. So Pinky, are you pondering? Of course, the classic running gag of the whole Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering? Yes, what does apply North Pole? Apply North Pole to what? Yes, what do you think they mean, Brain, by apply North Pole? It's kind of funny.
So then, so Brain says that they're going to go to the North Pole, and Pinky gets excited because Brain, he's really proud. He's like, Santa will distribute the doll himself.
And I love that Pinky's still hung up on the phrase.
Yeah.
Well, how do we apply the North Pole to what? just still hung up to it on it.
I love how Pinky's excited that he gets to deliver the letter in person, but I love how his letter on the envelope, it says to Santa with 2 O's.
It's to Santa, you know.
It's the details. It's the details that count.
Yeah, so basically that's also the idea. Is that the Santa delivery is also a great way to get the product out there. So again, get a good plan there with the whole elf plan. And then you're right. Pinky's excited about delivering the letter in person. Let's see. Then I love this. Brain is saying, "Don't be such a child."
Come, Pinky, to the North Pole.
Then the
world. And then Pinky's trying to struggle with the compass. He's like, "Oh, help me out here, Brain."
No, I just love how he sincerely asks, Which way's north, Brain?
It's kind of like the classic, like, what's the number for 911 gag?
Yeah, that's a little better. Everyone, whenever they do the number for 911 gag, sometimes it works, sometimes just like, oh, you work, but you did.
I just remember it from the Little Rascals movie that they did in the 90s.
I remember it from Ron Stoppel from Kim Possible. Sometimes he gets stressed out. Like, it's actually, we covered this. It was in the Christmas episode. Remember? It was in the Kim Possible Christmas.
Was it? Okay, so was it technically a trope? Is it like a 6 degrees of separation type trope?
6 degrees of Ron Stoppel.
Oh, God.
Okay, anyway, so then we have the Dave Burrell Arctic transfer plane.
Yes, and this is probably my favorite part of this whole episode. This pilot absolutely cracks me the hell up.
And we have the wonderful Tress MacNeille as our pilot here.
Oh my God, it's great. It's absolutely fantastic.
Set it up for the nice people. Go on.
Okay, so yeah, she's so first of all, Pinky and the Brain, they're in their cage and they've got this very obvious dummy in a Santa suit.
It's like take me to the North Pole, please, or something like that on
This is like the best example of like Animaniac style, just absurdist humor. This is just classic. So
he
the
dresses
woman
up like human guys, but he's not a man, he's a chicken, boo.
right. So the woman, she's just like, she's trying to make small talk. She's like, you're going to the North Pole, eh? And then she's like, oh, you don't talk much. That reminds me of an ex-boyfriend. He didn't talk much either. Real silent type. Turns out, he was actually a propane tank.
I think she and Hank Hill would get along.
I know, right. I was about to say propane and propane accessories.
Well, it was a propane tank. Well, actually, that explains a lot. I miss
him.
Tress MacNeille, she knows how to deliver these absurd lines perfectly.
And so, the bars on the cage are frozen solid. Brain's trying to work on that. Meanwhile, Pinky's working on the letter. And then Pinky and the Brain kind of have this conversation about the elves in the control room.
I love this. This has a great payoff.
Oh yeah, it really does. Because the elves are the ones that read the letters, and they input them into computers.
And Brain just thinks like, oh yes, and the magical Santa computers of the candy cane. The
candy canes and the potpourri.
The potpourri.
And then the pilot does one of the most absurd things.
Yeah, this is still a little too ridiculous for my taste. Seriously, how do you know he can't fly a plane? That's why he wants you to fly the plane.
She's just like, oh, take the wheel for a minute. I'm gonna go grab a coffee. Oh my God, I cannot even tell you how hard I cracked up when I first saw that.
Yes.
And then even more absurdity, she gets pissed at the dummy. She knocks the dummy's head off. She freaks out. She goes to the controls. The door swings open. And then she yells at the headless dummy to close the door. So as the dummy has his head off, she's still yelling commands to it.
And then when it flies out the door, she just says, dummy.
Oh, it's just great. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, so then they parachute down with the dummy's head, the sack head, the dummy head. And then we got a really funny Christmas reference, so let's chalk this up to a Christmas reference for a special. We got a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer reference.
Oh, that's really, all right, I get it now. Okay.
Just the whole,
I can figure it out right now.
It goes like, Brain, I don't want to be an elf. What do you want to be, Vicky? I don't want to be a dentist. You've seen too many Christmas specials, Pinky. Just, like the whole, it's like.
And we've seen too many Christmas specials as well.
It's a Hermie reference from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The elf that says, I don't want to be an elf. I want to be a dentist.
And I'm like John from Big Brother, man. I'm like Johnny Mac. I'm just totally just throw the competition because I'm like a rock star dentist.
All right, take it. Less Big Brother. Let's go on.
Sorry, I just couldn't help it.
Completely lost me on that. I was watching. That was the most lost I've ever been when you made a reference.
Johnny Mac is a dentist.
Don't explain it. I don't want.
He's a dentist that considers himself a rock star, and he's awesome, and I want him to win. Moving on.
Like, I give a crap about Big Brother. Okay.
I know you don't give a crap about Big Brother. I don't give a crap about Avatar. There, I said it.
Oh my God! What?
Oh. I said it.
Oh.
Oh, I just hurt your feelings, didn't I?
Ouch.
I'm lying. I don't not give a crap about Avatar. I just haven't watched it.
That really hurt. Ouch.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
It's fine. That just came out. It was really hurtful.
I'm sorry.
I'm kidding.
I was trying to be sarcastic. I didn't mean it.
That was lousy sarcasm. Okay, moving on.
You know I still need to watch Avatar.
I know. I'm just saying.
I'm not particularly compelled to watch Avatar, but that doesn't mean I hate it. All right, anyways,
okay, we'll save it.
We just had our own little miniature Christmas arc.
Okay, we'll save it for our therapy section. Moving on.
Oh, God.
Okay, so they see like what do they see next? Dick? You got me all emotionally rattled here.
I'm sorry. I genuinely apologize.
Okay, moving on. What happens next? Seriously.
Okay, so let's see. They're on a dog sled, which is just a funny image unto itself, like tiny little mice and the brain with the whip. Mush.
Sorry, Pinky. It's Pinky. I just love the sincerity. Like, he doesn't want to always hurt Pinky, only when he's out of line.
Right.
So then they're there for the job interview, which I thought was pretty funny. We got Jeff Bennett doing our interviewee, and before that happens, they get dressed up and like, put their elf costumes on, little beards, and then, Jade Brain, you look like a young Sigmund Freud. Thank you, Pinky. I'd like to think myself more unique. And they get in there, we got Jeff Bennett as the elf.
It's Jeff Bennett? Okay.
Yeah, it's Jeff Bennett. I think it's
nice.
I think the character's name's like Shotzi. Yeah, Shotzi.
Yeah, for some reason I just named him Jason Alexander Elf in my notes because he looks vaguely like Jason Alexander. I don't know why.
Didn't get that at all, but okay.
I didn't think you would, but it's there.
You know, he does actually do a lot of voice work, Jason Alexander.
I know. Yeah. Duckman.
Oh, certainly Aladdin, you know, is...
Right. Anyways.
Okay, so basically Brain goes there how he's overqualified, he has all these masteries and, building mechanics, all that stuff. And then what happens, like in any realistic job interview, it gets sent to the mailroom at the first start.
Makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Gets sent right to the Jimmy McGill territory.
Yep. Well, worked right well for Jimmy.
Got his package, Dan.
Okay, so let's see. So the letter idea. So Pinky was right about it. That's exactly how it works. That's a good subtle payoff, by the way. Oh, man, that's exactly what Pinky said it was. The elves read the letter and then they put it in the computer for Santa.
Exactly. Yeah. And it works out like remarkably well for their plan.
And another Christmas.
As a matter of fact, I have no idea how they would have executed their plan otherwise.
Yeah. By the way, another Christmas trope, kind of seeing the inner workings of the North Pole, like how Santa operates out there. So real Santa also.
Although I feel like that's more effective when you get to explore it in full-bloom movies, like something like Fred Claus or Arthur Christmas.
True.
But you're right. It is still a trope.
This is a pretty distinct setup they got here, though. Okay, anyway,
it is.
Okay, so Pinky was right, and this is like the perfect way to request the doll. Basically add it on everyone's wish list when they're combing through and sending it the letter for Santa to read. Ultimately, at the last.
It really is remarkably convenient.
Yeah. Then they're all wondering what the heck the Noodle Noggin doll is, and it says, well, we need blueprints because every kid wants this.
And don't forget, don't brush over this. Santa's on a treadmill with a giant chicken leg.
I was getting to it. Yeah, because it was such a funny image. I love Santa Claus exercise. Santa Claus exercise. Such a funny idea.
Like that could work on its own as like a one-panel comic strip.
Yeah. I was saying that's just the wit of the Amblin writers. Your Animaniacs writers, your Pinky and the Brain. It's just the brilliance of it. Like such a distinct thing. You never imagine it, but it works so well. Well, what if Santa Claus was reading Lucy exercise? You can give him something to do while he's combing through business.
Right.
So let's see. So also, there's a real funny thing. Like just randomly, it's such a random moment. Again, the writers of the Amblin writers are so fantastic at the random jokes because they says, "Hey, Shotzi, what's with the goatee? Are they in?" Yeah, they're in. There's such an
As an elf! And I'm pretty sure you don't see an elf without a goatee, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's just such it's just kind of a weird reference, but it works so well. And there's a really clever gag, I thought, for a kids show.
Yeah, speaking of out there references.
Again, Amblin writers, they are brilliant with the references. So basically, Pinky sets us up wonderfully. This is how kids would take that reference, by the way, because Pinky says, "Well, I know the certain reindeers like Blitzen Blitzen and some of the other reindeer having a party at Donner's." It's just something about the Donner party makes me not want to go.
Yeah, and like that would just fly over any kid's head who hasn't studied the Donner Party yet.
Let's see an animated film made out of that. Let's see that happen.
Oh, man. Oh, that would be like the next Hunchback.
And let's have Ben Affleck be the lead reindeer too. Let's just see that happen.
As the lead reindeer?
As Donner.
Oh, okay. I get it. Okay, so it's like a Donner Party animated movie with reindeer starring Donner the reindeer. Is that what we're going with? Like incorporating some of the dark Donner Party elements, but having them all be anamorphic reindeers.
Well, then see, the thing is they want to get out of there so they can save Christmas. And like Rudolph is like stealing their thunder by saving the day. And they're like, no!
All right.
No! It's my job! No!
All right.
Okay.
I'm fascinated by this.
Okay, so let's see. So something about Pinky's letter here. Pinky's letter's still the last one left, and Brain's shooting them down, saying, no time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then they're caught, and I love this exchange, by the way. So they're caught by Shotzi, and because they're trying to sneak into the blueprint room, put the blueprint there, which is a clever plan. I think there's an easier way out of this situation of being caught. It's something they could say, "Oh yeah, I found this blueprint for you." Oh, okay, thanks.
Right, yeah.
But, they have a real funny exchange saying, like, oh, no, we're going for a break. Says, well, no, we don't get breaks. It says, like, well, the union says, well, we don't have a union. Really? You have no union? I'd be concerned if I were you. I love the whole conversation about the elves not having a union. When you think about the politics of this North Pole, like Santa Claus is exercising in his office, the elves don't have a union.
Yeah, it's not a good setup here.
Such a realistic North Pole. It's so funny. It's like such a 90s North Pole. Like, everything's perfect yet. It's
kind of like the Willy Wonka thing with the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
All right, so
they get caught, and then a chase ensues, and kind of a funny chase where they keep going all little toy cars that have mouse proportions.
And then they have a Bombi's Go-Go van.
Which I thought was funny. It's the van for a Barbie type doll.
For a second, I thought it was Bumby from Bumby's mom.
For a moment, I also thought that.
Bumby's mom.
Okay, then basically they find what's jamming the engine? It's lipstick. And they throw it out, trip the off of, they get into another car, they get into a little construction tough type vehicle.
Yeah.
And it moves very slowly because it's for construction. They go to some little sport like the Mark 7 sports car.
Mm-hmm.
They have no control over it because Shotzi has a little remote control for it.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, and he pulls out like part of this guy's the ears and says, "Wait, you aren't elves, are you?" He says, "No, we're Canadian elves."
And then I love the music, the "Oh Canada" music cue comes in at the commercial. Oh, it's great. It's wonderful.
Your maple leaves are great. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so then they're being interrogated.
All right, now why don't you explain these fake ears?
What do you see?
Do it. You put them on ears and they make it more complicated.
Seriously, Rob Paulsen is awesome.
I know. Give Rob Paulsen a round
Rob
of
Paulsen
applause.
and Maurice LaMarche, one of the best teams in comedy. Seriously.
They really are.
Okay, so then the Shotzi accuses them of industrial espionage when they find the blueprints, saying, that's why we couldn't find them, eh? So who are you working for? The Easter Bunny? The Tooth Fairy? Herschel the Hanukkah? I can't say it with a straight face.
Herschel the Hanukkah gulp.
Should that be offensive at all?
Well, you have to ask Monkey about that.
Or yeah, it's a shame we can't get like a weigh-in from Monkey right now. Is that offensive?
I know, right? Just like,
I mean, goblins are kind of cool, but then again, kind of derogatory. I don't know. Let's not get into it. So moving on.
Okay, so now I have a question though. Why do they agree to make the dolls? Is it just silly, or is there something I'm missing? Because they obviously kind of get caught red-handed, and I watched this twice to try and understand it, but I think I'm missing something here.
Well, there's a bigger problem later on, but we'll get into that. But this one, well, I mean, it's still on the wish list, and at this point, this late in the, I guess it's like Christmas Eve at this point, so it's like they, it's like they can't take the chance of like, well, what if the kids actually do want this thing? Well, but they
basically caught him red-handed, saying that yes, we forged the thing on the list.
No. Here's the thing, Tiki. They didn't say they forged it. They just, see, the Brain cleverly agreed to it here. Before, no. See, Pinky said that, but then Brain cut him off, so they didn't hear Pinky. So basically, the Brain says, gosh darn, it says, again, Maurice LaMarche, when he kind of hams up Brain, it's always hilarious. When he just, like, when Brain's really sarcastic, it's funny. When he says, gosh darn it, you got us. And then Prince, they cop to it. Yeah, it was espionage. We were stealing it. All right. So they think it's a real blueprint, so they don't know about it. Plus, it's
I got it.
It's this late in the game, they can't really question it or anything. So that's what I'm writing off as. Right. Then they get away, they're getting away. A little chase happens.
Fun.
Yep, we got like these creepy smiley machines around the place. They get to the assembly line of all the dolls. They're on the conveyor belt, which again, let's put that to a Christmas trope. Whenever you go Santa's, usually conveyor belts, as we saw in the Inspector Gadget Christmas special, it's on that.
Oh no, that's not even.
Just with the Santa manufacturing, but also conveyor belts are sometimes a Christmas set piece,
Right.
Okay, so they're on the conveyor belt. This is clever, like the Brain has all these dolls made to look like himself, so he's putting that to good use because Pinky, you look like me. And I love this design on Brain Pinky. It's so hilarious. So I love this. Like some of the elves are the strategy because no, we got to help Santa. He can't remember his name. He can't remember his catchphrase.
Yeah, this Santa's really inept, might I say.
Well, he's not as inept as the Santa Claus that couldn't remember his reindeer's name. There's the Santa Claus can't remember ho ho ho.
Right.
Okay, so then there's a really painful bit in this episode, by the way. Just like so, the Brain is on the conveyor belt, and they're like all strapped, like the metal clamps are on their feet, so they can't leave. And with the conveyor belt, they have like all the things of the toy being put together. So like, the arms are being put on each one. Then Brain realizes, he's trying to get out of the thing, can't get out of it, and then it looks almost the way it plays. It's like his arms are getting pierced with the other arms. So it's like on his shoulders, on the back of his shoulders, he has extra arms.
And along with that, you've got the looming threat of him getting closer to the guy who's screwing off the heads.
Put the microchip in, and thankfully,
it's pretty horrific.
Yeah, I mean, for a moment, I was worried, like, how far are they going to push the cartoon for 6 years? But no, it's off screen. You're like, ow, 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 just like, so he's fine. Loosely fine. Again, that's such a painful bit with it. They show you his arms getting clamped down by these things. Like, ouch. It was really painful. Okay, so he's basically thrown to the reject bin, and the really disgruntled-looking janitor, throws him away.
With a cigarette, I might add.
No, it's not a cigarette. It's a candy cane.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I checked. It's a candy cane.
I could have sworn it was a cigarette because I could have sworn I saw ash dropping off of it.
No, it's not ash. It's stripes that makes it look at first like ash. That's what.
Okay. I thought it was. I was going to say I hope it's a Winston because Winston's tastes good like a cigarette should.
Hey, we're plugging the tubaphone, not that stuff. Okay, get it straight. Okay, we want to promote.
Well, yeah, but we're eventually going to get to the Flintstones, so got to give the Flintstones a little plug. That was their original product placement.
Hey, we don't want to give kids bad habits for Christmas, do we?
Oh, okay. Barn, that's right. Every day, all right.
Okay, so we see Santa's sleigh.
Mm-hmm.
And also, then there's the whole letter thing. So Pinky didn't get to give his letter to Santa Claus, and this is important. So Brain says, "Forget about it. We can't give him the letter."
Right.
Plus, I'm thinking, Here's part one of my gripe here. Part one, Pinky at this point can definitely tell it is too late because Santa Claus is on his way to deliver the toys. That's part one of my gripe. Okay, we're gonna get to this other half when it happens.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Okay. My only gripe in the episode, that's part one of it. Part two is a little bigger. Okay, moving on. So then we got the. It's kind of funny. I don't know if they are calling back the Donner Party gag or not, because I believe Donner and Blitzen are missing, if I'm right. Like, Donner and another reindeer are missing.
Well, Donner's having a party, you know, so that's why he's not there.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the other reindeer somehow got out of that thing. Maybe Donner and maybe the other one. If it's Blitz, I don't know if it's Blitz or not, but Donner and another one weren't so lucky. And that's why there's an open space for Pinky and the Brain to take over. And again, apparently it's seamless. The mice fill in, and like the whole thing, just Pinky goes moo, and they're sold. Okay, as a reindeer. So then, okay, let's see. So they're off in the air, and they have like a little lab drop off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they drop off into the lab. Unfortunately, they crash through the window. Ouch. This plan's very a lot of physicality in this plan. Unfortunately, the transmitter is broken on the fall down. Oh no! Christmas is ruined! Dun, 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 dun,
Kind of like a last-minute scramble. I mean, I know it's not the usual last-minute scramble, but...
No, it's a good one. It counts. It's the last-minute Christmas scramble.
Right. I mean, usually it's for something more superficial, but...
But also, it's like saving Christmas, too. This is like kind of the opposite of saving Christmas, like dooming Christmas.
That's what I'm saying.
So let's see. So then we have we go around as basically Brain is frantically trying to rebuild the thing in time. So basically, Christmas morning, everyone unwraps things because there is a bit of a timetable in there. You know, I guess I'm not assuming like the thing's running out of power or anything. I'm just guessing that maybe it's like when they're optimum time before kids. Like maybe it's a bit of satire, like kids play with it and they throw it away, or they don't pay that much attention to it afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of that maybe. Anyway, so the point is like we see kids around the globe open it, and then we see Bill Clinton from behind opening his gifts. Says, "Hey!" He's excited. Basically, it's on Christmas morning. All the kids are like filled with glee, opening their gifts, and so is Clinton. It's hilarious.
I like how that was like unintentional, but it just turns out to be a good gift for some weird, random reason.
Yeah, I love Frank Welker, Bill Clinton. By the way, that was awesome. I always love.
And I love how you never see his face.
Well, yeah, you see him in other shows, but not this one.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you know exactly who it is. He's got like the hair and everything. Okay, so then basically Brain is asking for a paperclip. And here's my gripe. Now, you know what is plot necessary, but it's still a gripe.
What's your gripe?
Okay, so then Pinky at this moment, it's dawning on him now. Brain, I never gave Santa my letter. And he's crying, he's bawling out. As the thing will continue on and on and on. But I'm just saying here, Pinky, you have been made perfectly aware of this various times. That letter is not made to Santa Claus, okay? Why are you suddenly
That's
surprised?
very true. That's a really good point. That crossed my mind as well.
Why are you now? You know it's too late. You realized it was too late. Brain told you 2 times it was too late, especially when you saw Santa get in the sleigh. So why now are you upset? I don't know. It's plot necessary, so I'll give it a pass.
You're right. It is a little bit like, it's convenient. We'll leave it at that.
I'm just saying this one is like the other convenience I can write off. This one's like it's really obvious. See, but then again, he's an idiot, so you gotta wonder how much,
Yeah.
Okay, so the point is like now you're surprised. And again, we've been over this, Pinky. Snap out of it. Okay, so Brain is really stressed out again. The clock's ticking. Needs that freaking paperclip. Grabs paperclip. Grabs the list. Get me.
Oh, I love the animation. He's getting more and more freaked out and manic.
Yes, also I love that you see even just for some random reason when you see other kids get the gifts. Like even Shotzi gets one. So again, Pinky's crying. Just give me that letter. Brain's really close. He's got like an evil smirk on his face. Like, yes, it's about to happen. And it's basically he's told Pinky to get over there and flip the switch and it gets the red to basically send the broadcast out when it's ready. So then he opens the letter. He takes a moment to read while he's just waiting for the thing to get turned red. And he finds it. He reads. It says the letter. It's about Brain. It says. Basically, Pinky. Oh, you want to tell us what the letter says?
Well, first of all, I love how we start off with a really good Maurice Lamar's just really dry. Dear Santa, hello, ha ha, narf. So yeah, basically what it boils down to is letters. Telling Santa about his good friend Brain, and I feel like this is. Can we relate kind of the whole self-sacrificial
Oh yeah, like Johnny
Christmas
Bravo.
wish?
Yeah, Johnny Bravo did this one.
Sure, and also of course Keenan and Kel recently.
Well, sir, but more so Johnny Bravo, like literally on the money saying, "Give my presents to her." It's literally the same thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying Keenan and Kel, we had the kid who was like, I don't want anything, just give my sister a bike.
Sorry, yeah, you're right. I was thinking of the latter sack. You're right, though. Yeah, it works too. Same thing.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so so yeah, that's what it boils down to, and he's my best friend in the world, and every year he only wants what's best for the world, but he's only greeted with defeat.
Yeah.
And give anything that he has for Pinky to Brain, and the best line is, I love this. P.S.
Oh, jeez.
Any chance you have in that big old bag of yours, the world.
Oh, God. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
So kind of a sloppy setup, but a beautiful payoff.
Oh my God! Just that last the P.S. Oh my! And you see Brain getting teary-eyed too. He's like bawling.
Oh, it's just an emotional wreck now.
I gotta tell you, even though I'm not sure you don't really hear him cry, just see it more so. It's still the performance on Brain is animated so well. Just like this is like an Oscar-worthy performance from the Brain. This is like a Citizen Kane level performance from the Brain right here. This is like his room trashing scene. Literally, what's about to transpire is kind of his room crashing scene. But point is, yeah, you're right. That whole in that big old hearing the emotion in Maurice LaMarche's voice saying, "P.S. You think in that big old bag of yours, you by any chance have the world?"
Oh, it's flawless. Just
God.
Great voice acting.
So
right
and Brain is so touched. It's wonderful. So then the switch is flipped. He gets on red. Broadcast has gone out. Brain
is just like, hey, look at that.
Yeah, but Brain is in command. Basically, this is the closest he's ever been to ruling the world. So, it's all in his power. He can just say what I say. Hey, listen, guys. You see these two lab mice? We ruled the world. Deal with it. You could say that. It's like everything would be fine. Show would be over. True. But still, get everything he wanted. And it'd be his Christmas, what he wanted. Be what Pinky wanted for him. In the end, it's a wonderful moment here. Just Brain, he's still tears in his eyes, and just Pinky off to the side with his arm saying, go on. It's what you want. Go on.
Right, exactly.
And then Brain just wishes everyone. Oh my God, Brain doing such a heartfelt thing here. Is wishing everyone to tell people around you, wish them a Merry Christmas. And then, I never know what this movie's called, but it's like the one where the kid destroys the ice sculptures. You know what I mean? It's the one. It's a reference to that one, the one where the kid's like, everything's ruined. We're all supposed to be together for Christmas, and he keeps wrecking all the ice sculptures he made. Again, it was in Deck the Halls. I remember they showed it in that one.
Okay.
So the point is, that's not the movie. I'm saying they showed a clip from it.
Yeah.
Brain destroys the device with a wrench. He destroys everything. So it's like all for naught. Because Brain has been so touchy. Christmas, I'm going to take one day off from ruling the world because it's Christmas. Because my buddy cares about me so much. So sweet, so lovely.
And like I said, I love how literally the theme song, it's like, what do? They actually do have control of the world for a second, and they can do anything they want. And what do? They just spread a little message of joy. So they took over the earth, and then they brought joy to the world. Yeah. It's like they did exactly what the song said they would do.
Yeah, but then they exchange gifts here, which is really nice. So Brain kind of pays off the envelope gag. So Brain gives Pinky a spell checker, which again kind of would help him a lot because again he's saying to Santa.
Well, if it's a Microsoft Word spell checker, then that wouldn't really help because Microsoft Word doesn't check that kind of stuff. I'm just saying. And then I love Pinky.
Oh my God, I love this part.
Number 4 Brain, and then nice payoff, a globe keychain.
Oh my God, it's so brilliant, so beautiful. Oh, give me the inside out tissues. No, you're not helping. Stop, you're not helping. Okay, so then it's like they go into the music, joy to the world, the pinky and the brain.
Great. All right. So that was a Pinky and the Brain Christmas. This was really solid. It was fun. Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. We're we gotten over the gadget hump for now. So we're doing really good with these.
You're right. Yeah. All right. So let's go over some of the tropes.
Okay. So again, we have the whole, the coveted Christmas list. Getting the list of Santa Claus.
Right.
We got that. We got the pretending to be Santa Claus for a bit and pretending to be elves who's visited the North Pole.
Yeah, the North Pole, of course, using the North Pole as a location.
Seeing us.
Real Santa.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe I'd say the last minute change of heart.
Ernest Brain would definitely be our Scrooge, who has his character.
Oh, most certainly, absolutely.
Also,
although I almost relate Brain's character arc more to the Grinch than I do Scrooge, because I definitely think he has like a heart grew 10 sizes that day type moment.
Yeah, but also we got the coveted toy of the year apparently, which was kind of the the noodle nuggets.
Apparently. I'm not really sure how that happened, but sure, let's go for it.
Yep. And again, just kind of the self-sacrifice of like, no, I don't want anything to give it to everybody. Sure. That thing, we got that going on. Of course, the message of just have a Merry Christmas, spreading the Christmas cheer.
Mm.
But I'm saying that like an elf had done stuff like that, just not special per se, but I'm saying they message.
So overall, I definitely say this is a lot of good ingredients in there.
Oh yeah, so it has it stack up with the other specials. So I'm just saying, has it stack up as a special.
Well, I'd say this is it was a lot of fun. I mean, I don't want to rank it in terms of all.
Not
rank
it. No. But I guess
it was absolutely solid. It had a lot of humor. It had some heart at the end, and that's what you can ask for in a Christmas special.
That heart really hits you, man. It's just at
the very end, right? But up until then, it's just a lot of silliness.
Yeah, and it comes out of nowhere, and it's so perfect. It just delivers it kind of says it basically does a gutsy thing where it takes you to something that might, out of the ordinary, be a little sappy, but it makes it genuine and really a lot of heart in it too. That Brain just suddenly stops it because he has a change of heart, but no, he has a change of heart because it's a beautiful thing that he just learned.
Right.
Yeah. It's a lucky thing Brain had the time to read that, though, because I'm saying that he was just uber focused on that thing. If he didn't just have the mundanity of, I'm going to read something while waiting.
Yeah.
If he didn't do that, then it'd all be sunk and the world would be doomed. But thankfully, change of heart, holiday spirit saves the day.
But yeah, it's like any good holiday special. I feel like this had a very good mix of ingredients, a very good, blending of formulas and holiday spices that makes for a good Christmas special. And here in Christmas in July, that's what we want to do. We want to kind of what?
Don't forget, we gotta let's do the Rockmore tradition of let's peek at a gift on Christmas in July.
Also, I need to get the list. So I tell you what, while you're you tell them about the next special because you know about it a lot more than I do, and then I'll grab the list really quick.
All right, okay. So, folks, let's peek beneath the wrapping paper for a moment, just get a glimpse of what we're doing next. We're looking at, especially for those out there who may be familiar with a wonderful show called Mary Tyler Moore, the breakout characters, the Fonzie of that show almost, being Lou Grant. He got a spin-off show, played by the wonderful, the incomparable, the ever-beloved Ed Asner. He got a spin-off show called Lou Grant. It was less comedy, more drama, a lot of hard-hitting stuff, so that's what we're in for with the Lou Grant Christmas special next time on Christmas in July.
Okay, and with that, let me find the... Okay, there's a list. Do you want to set it up?
Sure, and as per usual this season, folks, we try to catalog what we've done so far, kind of so we can have on the show at the end of Christmas in July saying, yeah, we've done 31 of these, and it's an achievement, and we're so proud of ourselves. And give us a tubaphone, please.
God. So right now we have Rugrats, Let It Snow. We have Batman Invasion of the Secret Santas from Brave and the Bold. I Love Lucy Christmas show. What are you looking at? There's no fucking Mars bar down there. The Bells of Fraggle Rock. A Rocket Power Christmas. All in the Family Draft Dodger. Holly Jolly Secrets from Adventure Time. Gadget Saves Christmas, which we won't discuss. And then on the second page, we got Keenan and Kel to start things off. And then they're Pinky in the Brain. Pinky in the Brain.
No wonder your mother left you.
Oh, God.
It's kind of sad because...
Is that true in our timeline now? Are we just making up like an I Love Lucy sequel and all kinds of shit's going on? Well, Lucy just abandoned the family.
Well, in real life, they did get divorced, so just it's not that big.
That's true. That's true. All right. So there you go. Pinky in the Brain. So as I was saying, you know, that's what we like to do, the recipes and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, so what we call this process, what we call this culinary but also scientific process of finding what exactly makes the magic dust in Christmas sparkle. What was this process called?
It's called putting the mistletoe underneath the microscope. It's time on Christmas in July.
Fa la 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 la
Narf. Hey, go grab the wheel for a sec. I'm gonna grab some coffee.